Do you know that saving money gives you a way out of the uncertainties of life and also provides you an opportunity to enjoy quality life? So guys, if saving is one of your goals for 2023, then you're lucky you're seeing this video. Welcome to GlOWRIA'S SPACE.
Hey, told me about all your insecurities for what? Drag me like 2 hours to your family's house for what?
Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. This is GlOWRIA and this is my space. So today we are talking about the 7 rules to save money. We want to save intentionally and purposefully this year, and if this interests you, sit back. If you have not subscribed, please kindly do that. Like this video, comment and share it. So guys, number 1 rule for saving money is record your expenses. You see, you just cannot be spending unnecessarily. Yes, you might be spending for things you are supposed to spend on, but if you do not have a track record of how you are spending your income, you might just be spending more than you should spend. So I'll advise you, for the purpose of saving, you should record your expenses. You should record the things that you want to do. If it is monthly, if it is quarterly, if it is yearly, long term, short term, make sure you have a record of your expenses. Even daily, you should record your expenses. If you have to pay for school fee, you have to write it. Child 1, 20,000, child 2, 10,000, like write everything. Even if it is transportation, write them down. Have a book, have a journal. You can also use the notes pad on your phone to do this recording. Record them, write them out, space them, write every item to how much you're spending on them. And whenever you do each of them, you go back there and tick it so that you know what is left and what is not left. So that anytime you want to spend, you will go back to your book and see if this is planned, if this is among the things that you are supposed to spend on. Recording your expenses helps you to checkmate the way you spend, because when you have everything you're going to spend on for the month written down, if there is need for you to do any buying that is not planned, you go back to your book to check if it is convenient for you or not. So number 2 is set saving goals. You have to be specific with how much you are saving. You just cannot be saving. If you have 1,000, you go and put it. You have 2,000, you go and put it. That is not a good saving culture. For you to save and save purposely and intentionally, you have to have a goal. Set aside how much you want to save. If it is yearly, if it is monthly, if it is quarterly, be specific. I would advise you do monthly and maybe quarterly before you go yearly. Monthly, you can say you want to save 100,000 naira. Then you plan towards saving 100,000 naira every month. If it means putting 20,000 every week or 30,000 every week, but you just have to have a pattern, like have a goal, be specific. Don't just go and carry 1,000 and put 2,000 and put. That's not saving. In saving, you need to have a goal and be specific about it, and be specific about how much you want to save. Be intentional. Have a target that you are working towards. You should set a goal and be specific with the amount. And you should also bear in mind that you are owing yourself. If you say you are saving 100,000 naira every month, it is a debt. Like you are owing yourself 100,000 naira, and you should be serious with it. It shouldn't be a thing of, oh, after all, I'm saving for myself, so you don't care if you save or not. No, it should be a goal. Like it should be a debt. You should be looking forward to paying this debt first before doing anything. Don't forget, you have to spend after saving and not save after spending. So this is why you should know that you are owing yourself a particular amount of money monthly that you must pay into a separate account before spending. Okay, so in setting goals for saving as well, you should not set goals or amounts that are way beyond what you can conveniently save, so that you don't put yourself under unnecessary pressure. So you cannot be earning 100,000 naira and you want to save 50,000, or you want to save 60,000. So what happened to 40,000? Is that what you will use for transportation, for feeding, for rent and all of that? So that is putting yourself in a very tight space, and it's not healthy for saving, because you will just find yourself going back to the money you have saved just because you did not save conveniently. So in also setting goals for saving, you should set goals that are very, very, very realistic, goals that are very flexible, goals that when you save, you will still be fine. So what this means is you should save a little, but be consistent and be diligent, and before you know it, your saving will grow. So guys, number 3 is use a separate bank account. Yes, you cannot be saving with the same bank account that you do your daily run-ins with. You cannot be saving with that same account that you do every of your spending. The account that is linked to your Netflix, the account that you use for subscription, the account that you use for shopping, and the rest of them. No, you have to have a separate account for saving. And that account, I would advise that you don't have any ATM card linked to it, or you have access to make transfers. It should just be a very plain account that you have to go to the bank to effect any transaction, so that when you think of the time that you go to the bank to do any transaction, you just let it go. So have a separate account and make sure that account is with a bank that gives you a little percent or a little interest for saving. So you just have the separate account and you transfer from your main account to it for the purpose of saving. Like, that account to you should be for saving. You just be very, very intentional that I want to save in this account. And don't forget, you should have a specific amount that goes into the account, monthly, weekly, yearly, how you want to do it, but make sure it is a goal that you have set to achieve. Okay guys, number 4 is the rule of automation. So you need to give your bank an order to send a particular amount of money into another account. Like, make it automatic, because sometimes when you are saving manually, you tend to forget, or maybe there is a problem ahead, or there is something you really need money for ahead, and before you know it, maybe your salary is coming, you are saying, oh, let me just go and solve this problem, I will go back to save later on. Believe me, you won't save that money again. You won't save that money again. So the best way to do this is make it automatic. Make it automatic, that if the money immediately your salary is hitting your account, the bank is transferring a certain amount into another account. Go to the bank, give them a standing order, tell them you want them to send 20,000 naira to this account monthly, and that's it. So that way you are saving conveniently. You have no reason not to send that money to the other account. So guys, the last on my list is the 1% of impulse buying. You know what impulse buying is, right? Like, you're just seeing this very beautiful handbag, you're driving by, you're passing by, and you just saw this beautiful handbag and you want to buy it. So now the rule says any impulse buying that you must do should not be above 1% of your income. Does that make sense? If, for instance, you're earning 100,000, 1% of 100,000 is 1,000 naira. So now the rule is saying that any impulse buying that you must do should not be above 1% of your income. If it is above 1% of your income, you should leave it. You shouldn't buy it immediately. You should leave it and think about it for 3 days. And if in the 3rd day, you still have that urge or need to buy that thing, then you can go ahead and buy. Does that make sense? So now what this is trying to say is, if for instance you saw a pair of shoe that you want to buy, and that shoe is 3,000 naira, and your salary is 100,000 naira, remember the 1% of your salary is 1,000 naira. So meaning you shouldn't buy that thing because it is not on your list. Remember what the first rule is. The first rule was that you should have a record of your expenses. And remember, this shoe was not there, so it's an impulse buying. You just saw it, you got attracted, and you want to buy it. So now this last rule is saying if it is above 1% of your earning, you should not buy it immediately. You should hold on, wait for 3 days, and if after 3 days you still have the need and you still have the urge to buy it, then you should go ahead and buy. Now what this is trying to do is trying to make you so that you don't buy things just because you saw it right immediately and you just want to buy it. So if in that 3 days you had gone home, you check your expenses and everything is still on check and you're still on track, then you can buy it. Because within that 3 days, you can now realize that, I have some other things you want to do with money and all of that. And before you know it, you just know that I don't need this shoe, I don't need this bag. And in that way, you have saved yourself 1,000 naira or 1,005 that you could have just used in buying what you really don't need. So I hope this really makes sense, and I hope this will help you in saving. So the next video you will see after this will be the different patterns that you can use to save. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to this channel, like this video and share it. You might just be helping someone save a whole lot of money in 2023. Until my next video, guys, don't forget, do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. I'll see you guys. Bye.
Hey, told me about all your insecurities for what? Drag me like